Hey, what's going on, boot camp? Lance here. I've got Joey with me. First of all, thank you guys so much for being patient with us. Obviously, we've got some growing pains. This is our second boot camp. The first one was a test group, and we did not have an ebook. We didn't have like our e-commerce set up or anything like that. So we're obviously working through some bugs. I think everybody now has their ebook. If you don't have your ebook, you're supposed to have one, and it's basically the meal plan, the recipes, some tips, and some other things in there to help you out, to help you get the most out of this 4-week boot camp. So if you don't have that, just email me. You can email me at lance@tdnation.com, and then I will send you the boot camp or the PDF document with instructions on how to get in it. If you have the PDF document, you'll see that it is password protected. If I've emailed that to you, I also emailed you the password. So check your email, and that's how you can access the PDF file. All right, so I think everybody's got their ebooks now, which is really good. We're not adding anyone else into the group, so you all are going to be able to get to know each other really well in these 4 weeks. I encourage you guys to develop relationships with each other. Share recipe ideas. If you're tweaking something, one of our recipes, feel free to post that you made it better. This is why you liked it better the way you made it. Perfectly okay. There are 0 requirements for this group. The first group we made requirements. We had a fitness activity tracker form. Also called the FAT form. You guys are still going to have that for this boot camp, but it's not a requirement that you fill it out. Doing a certain amount of workouts is not a requirement. Taking Shakeology is not a requirement. You guys paid for the meal plans, the ebook, and our guidance to help you, figure out the right calories and macros. So we're going to do that. We just had the test group. We had very strict requirements for the test group because we know what works, and we wanted to make sure those people got results. So we could tell you guys, look, if you follow what we're telling you guys to do, we promise you guys are going to see really good results. And our first test group had, we started with 250 people. When we finished the 4 weeks, we had about 200 people turn FAT forms in. On average, they lost 2 pounds per week, and so a total of 8 pounds and up to 7 inches per person. That was the average over the 4 weeks. But, we had our top guy lost 18 pounds, and our top female lost 16 pounds. And our top female, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but our top female lost 17.5 inches. So really cool. So, the very first thing I wanted to make sure that you guys realize, because some people have asked me this, and I want to just make sure that we're absolutely clear on this. Shakeology is not a requirement. You guys have already paid your $25. You got the ebook. You're going to get our full attention and our support for the next 4 weeks. You do not have to do Shakeology. I will say that Shakeology definitely helped our test group members. And that was a big question going into our test group, because we did not make Shakeology a requirement for our test group either. So some people were taking it and some people weren't. The top 8 weight loss spots, 6 of them were taking Shakeology. The top 4 weight loss results were all taking Shakeology. So, everybody wants to know, well, do you think Shakeology is going to help me? My answer is absolutely yes. It's what I took to lose 75 pounds. All of our coaches who won the Beachbody Challenge, who won $1,000 for their incredible transformations, all took Shakeology. Do I think you can get results without Shakeology? Of course you guys can. I'm not going to stand up here and say that that nobody's going to be able to lose weight with Shakeology, because it's just not true. What I think Shakeology does is really help you fill the gaps in on your nutrition. No matter how good I eat, I cannot possibly get all the vitamins, nutrients, phytonutrients, adaptogens, probiotics, prebiotics. I can't get that all in my diet no matter how good I eat. Shakeology just helps me fill in all the gaps. so I don't have to take, you know, a multivitamin. I just know I've got everything that my body needs because it's very complex. There's a lot of systems operating. I just know I've got everything I need to perform at maximum levels. And that's why you saw out of our test group, the top 4 people all were taking Shakeology. And to me, that's not an accident. But I wanted to make sure you guys know it's not a requirement. So every time you see Shakeology on the meal plan, we've put an alternative on there for you to take. So you know, I don't know how many of you have your ebooks there, but if you scroll almost to the last page, there's 3 things I quickly want to go over. Let me just scroll up so I can tell you exactly what page that's on. Let's see. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, it's the next. I think it's maybe page 30. Yeah, I think it's page 30.
Are you looking for the
so you'll see. What's that, Joey?
You're looking for the alternatives?
Yeah. It's 30, right? I think it's page 30. Or maybe 31.
It's page 31.
31. All right. So if you go to page 31, you'll see Shakeology and results and recovery alternatives and notes. You'll see there that for Shakeology, if you want to do an alternative, you can do 1 scoop of whey protein with cashew milk or almond milk, a grapefruit, and then, you know, a loaded spinach salad. Put a bunch of vegetables in there, just a really light amount of dressing, and that should be pretty good. You want all of those things. Wherever you see P90X results and recovery formula on the meal plan, if you're, you know, not doing that, some alternatives to that could be an apple plus, you know, 2 to 4 egg whites, or some jasmine rice and 2 to 4 ounces of chicken. That's up to you guys. So there are alternatives to the supplements that I use and that I've built into the meal plan if you want to do that instead. Workout requirements. Real quick, we are going to be posting the HIIT workouts. HIIT workouts stand for high intensity interval training. These workouts are optional. You know, you do not have to do them, but they're great workouts for added fat loss. We're basically going to designate Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as our HIIT days. We have some awesome workouts that do not require weights. We have the Alan, the Joey, the Steve, the Larry, and the TD Nation Massacre. We have videos on those with some regressions if you want to modify some of the moves, and we'll post those for you guys this week. We were planning on making that part of the ebook or making it a separate document, but we just didn't have time to get that done, so we'll add it in the files section, and it'll be all in a document for future boot camps. All right, so let's go into how to use the ebook and the schedule. So if you guys scroll down to your meal plans, you'll see the meal plan graph, and we'll just go through the week 1 meal plan, and you'll see in parentheses there weekly average of 2,021 calories per day at 48% protein, 31% carbs, and 21% fat. So most of the meal plans for the guys are going to be pretty close to that 2,000 to 2,100 range, and really close to 50% protein, 30% carbs, and 20% fat. For the females, you guys are going to be, if you look at your week 1, what are you doing? Sorry. If you look at your week 1, you're going to be at 1,309 calories and 46% protein, 34% carbs, and 20% fat. And that's going to be pretty close for all the weeks as well. if you look at Monday through, well, this is one of the mistakes we found on the graph. It says Monday and Tuesday. That should say Monday and Thursday. So your meal plan is on Monday is going to be the same as it is on Thursday. Then your meal plan on Tuesday is going to be the same on Friday. Your meal plan Wednesday is going to be the same on Saturday, and then Sunday is going to be a little bit different. And under each day, you'll see, so like Monday and Thursday, you're averaging, 1,359 calories at 49% protein, 32% carbs, and 19% fat. And then on Tuesday and Friday, you're at 1,301, and the macros are a little bit different. But throughout the week, it averages close to that 50-30-20 split that we want, that really helps you maximize fat loss and helps keep you full, and also helps you maintain muscle mass. So one of the other things I'll let you know. So you're going through Monday. If we go through the female, so for breakfast you've got 1 egg, 3 egg whites, a cup of spinach, a 4th cup of red peppers, and then salsa is optional. So that'd be your breakfast. Your lunch is going to be 1.5 buffalo burgers. Now you'll go to the recipe section and you'll look up the recipes for buffalo burgers, and you're going to make those. Typically what we do is on a Sunday or your day off of work, that's your prep day. So each week you've got maybe 4 recipes that you're going to use consistently throughout the week. You set aside a day, a couple hours on your day off, and you prep food. And then you're putting all that food in your refrigerator, and you're going to use that throughout the week. So it seems like at first like it's a big job, but really you're only taking a couple hours out of one day to make food, and then throughout the week you're going to be able to prepare any of your meals whenever you want in a matter of 30 seconds to a minute. It's actually going to save you time in the long run. Most people just don't know how to prep food and have never done it, so it makes them a little scared and a little anxious. So we're going to help you figure all of that out. So just continuing down on Monday, you'll see you get to Shakeology with a scoop of protein as a snack. If you're not doing Shakeology, you can go to that Shakeology alternative. Then you're going to have a cup of chili, which is also in the recipe guide. A Quest bar if you want. If you don't want Quest bars, or you think that Quest bars are too expensive, then you can do whatever alternative to Quest bars you want. You don't even have to do protein bars. You can do, Whole Foods. Actually, that'd be great if you want to do Whole Foods. We just wanted to give you guys some quick alternatives to help you out. So, a Quest bar, I have one a day, and I can just, it's really simple for me to do. And in fact, any of the things on the menu that you don't like, so if salmon comes up, you can sub anything out that you want. Just make sure that it has, relatively close to the same calories and the same macro ratios. And that is where a lot of your assignments are going to come in. So, if you don't like salmon, first I would ask that you go on MyFitnessPal and search for some things you like and see if the calories and the macros are close to that of salmon. Do some research before you ask everybody what's a good alternative to salmon, because what will happen is I'll give you an alternative and you'll say, well, no, I don't like that either, and then I'll give you another alternative and you'll say, no, I don't like that either, and it'll just, it could just keep going and going, and here I'm doing all the work that you could really be doing. So just pull up MyFitnessPal and look for alternatives that you like, and make sure the calories and macros are close to what's on the meal plan, and you can switch that out anything you want to make the meal plan fit for you. And salmon's kind of expensive too, so if there's something on the meal plan that's a little more pricey and you want something that's a little cheaper, it doesn't fit that fits in your budget better, then go ahead and do that. It's perfectly okay, as long as your calories and macros are close for each day. Let's see. And I think on that last page I put that also. So yeah, so on page 31 you'll see in red bold letters, there's a couple asterisks there. The first one is be advised that you may move meals and snacks as you see fit. So if you want to move things around, perfectly okay. On the menu, there are also fast food items for the week. So every Wednesday and Saturday, there's a fast food item. Like one of them is McDonald's Southwestern salad. And you know, a lot of people don't like McDonald's or don't want to eat fast food, and that's okay. You don't have to eat the fast food option. We just wanted to give you guys some fast food options because for most of us, when we're out on the run taking our kids to, you know, plays or soccer games or whatever, sometimes life gets in the way and we don't have food prepared, and maybe the kids just want, you know, a Happy Meal that day, so we have to go buy McDonald's. And I wanted to give you guys some really healthy alternatives that will fit in your calories and macros when you have to go to some of those fast food places. It's possible to still lose weight and eat at fast food restaurants, and that's what we want to help teach you guys. We want to help teach you how to, you know, make this adaptable so that you can sustain weight loss long term. And the last one here, we already went over that, but be advised if there's a meal you do not like on the menu, you may use MyFitnessPal, create your own with similar calories and macros, and then feel free to share with the group. So if you find something that's a good alternative, feel free to share it with the group. That'd be great. Alan, Joey, you guys have anything to add?
I think you covered it pretty well.
Yeah. It's going to be trial and error for people. I mean, the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now is the whole MyFitnessPal thing and how do I get things to work. But again, it's pretty simple. If, like for me, I don't like salmon, so I went ahead and put in MyFitnessPal. I went to dinner option, added salmon there, and then I started just throwing in foods that I thought would, you know, line up. And so just do that, and how it worked out great for me, so it was perfect. But just, I mean, a lot of people keep on asking the same question. It's like, but we really want you guys to be learning how to do this on your own, you know, for after boot camps. You can do this all by yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the great thing about boot camp is a lot of people think when they've got to lose weight, that number one, they've got to starve themselves, and number two, that the food is going to be really boring. And we're going to prove that wrong in boot camp. You're not going to starve yourself, and the food's going to be interesting and good and different. You're not going to be eating the same things every day. And that's a problem with a lot of diets. You know, people go on a diet and they just eat chicken and broccoli every meal, and they start just hating their life and being miserable because they're just eating chicken and broccoli every meal, and nobody wants to do that. So, you know, they can keep that up for about a week and then they quit. And so we want to keep that interesting for you guys, but we also want to make sure you guys are eating enough food so that your body is not, you know, doesn't think that it's starving itself, and so that it doesn't slow your metabolism down. And that leads me into my last point, which is, so for these meal plans, you know, some of you are gonna find a ton of success really early on. The first week you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm not starving, and I can't believe I'm dropping, you know, 3 pounds a week or whatever it is. Some of you are gonna be like, what the heck, I didn't lose any weight, and there's two reasons for that. And we talk about this in the orientation video, but we have people that we call overloaders that are eating at such a calorie surplus that they've been gaining weight consistently over the years. And when they go on a 2,000 calorie or 2,100 calorie diet for men or 1,300 calorie diet for women, that's a drop in their calories, and their body responds really well to it, and the weight just starts flying off. The other group of people, you know, have basically been starving themselves and maybe eating like 1,000 calories a day for women or 1,600 calories for men, and their metabolism has just slowed down because it knows it needs those things to survive, so it holds on to everything. And for those of you that don't start losing weight immediately, I don't want you to get frustrated. You need to stay the course and keep hitting your calories and macros. at worst, when you finish the boot camp, if you haven't lost any weight, we're going to be able to know that you may have some metabolic damage, and we're going to be able to put you on a course to repair that by reverse dieting. So either way, I think you're going to come out with a big understanding of where you're at, how to fix it, and how to start making this long term. We'll basically start upping your calories and your carbs through a very slow process, so then you can cut back later and lose weight really easily. But you know what happens with most people is they go on some crash diet and they're giving themselves 800 calories for women, or maybe the men are eating 1,600 calories and they're working out, and they lose weight at first, and then their body stops because it realizes it's not getting what it needs, slows its metabolism down. You guys get really frustrated, and you go back to eating the way you were, and you end up gaining more weight than when you started, and it's just a vicious cycle. So we want you guys to really hit these calories and macros consistently for a few weeks, and then we can make adjustments. It's going to also be really important after the first week. We're going to have these forms, fitness activity tracker forms. It's going to be really important for you to fill those out and let us know how your body's reacting. You'll fill it out. I'm going to actually post one tomorrow, and it's going to have a place for you to put your starting weight. And then in a week, you're going to do another one. You're going to let us know how much weight you lost and how you're feeling. So if you post that, hey, I lost 2 to 3 pounds, I feel great, I've got energy, everything's going good, then perfect. You're going to stay exactly where you're at. Next week, if you post, I lost 6 pounds, I feel like crap, I have no energy, then we're going to have you up your calories and shoot for that 2 to 3 pound weight loss per week. If you send in your fitness activity tracker form and you say, I didn't lose any weight, we're going to have you stay the course and hit another week with these same calories and macros. I've had some clients that I train personally that, a couple weeks at 1,400 and all of a sudden they start losing weight even if they were starving themselves before. Some clients we don't. We have to slowly reverse diet. But the great news is, again, and the news I wanted to let everybody know is regardless of if you lose weight or if you don't, we're going to be able to help you. We're going to be able to put you on the right course to lose weight in the future. And that's exciting. That's something that we've never had. Well, we've kind of had it with TD Nation, but not in this much of a structured format. So those of you that have paid for the boot camp are really going to get a lot out of it, because we're going to be able to monitor everything every week and be able to really, tell you whether to eat more, eat less, and move your calories around based on how you feel, based on how your body's performing. And it's going to be the perfect kickstart to really kick off your weight loss transformation. I wish I had this when I started, when I went through my weight loss transformation 4 years ago. It's going to be a huge benefit to you guys.
I wish I had it too.
Yeah, for sure. Alan, anything you want to add?
No, I think you covered it, man.
Cool. All right. So my computer's been beeping like crazy. Do we have a lot of questions?
We have a lot of questions.
All right. Lay them on me. Hit me.
Okay. I'm reloading it here real quick.
One last thing before you get into questions. There's on your ebook, there's a disclaimer. Make sure you check that out. You guys also, there's one in the file section as well. But obviously, we're not doctors. I'm a personal trainer. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. If you guys have any medical conditions or on any medications, make sure that you check with your doctor and show them this meal plan and make sure that it's safe and okay for you to use. And then also we have a copyright section on there. So if, don't share this with anybody. Please respect the time and money we spent in developing this, and do not share it with people. If we know that you've shared it with somebody, or if somebody, tells us that they've shared, that they have it, and we see that they haven't paid for it, and we find out where they got that from, we will remove you from all of our groups, and that's not something I want to do. So please just don't put me in that awful, awful position. I think all of you respect us enough that you won't do that, but I just have to mention it. So, all right, now lay the questions on them, Joey.
Okay. First one is, it's hard to get the macros if I don't eat a Quest bar. This is from a lady. I already take 1.5 scoops of protein in my Shakeology. Can I take more protein powder to maintain macros?
I would try to. Here's what we always say about protein and you know, protein supplements. They should just supplement your diet. So you shouldn't be getting a majority of your protein from protein powder. It is not hard. I mean, a Quest bar has 20 grams of protein in it. It may seem hard right now, but once you start educating yourself on what has protein in it, then it won't be as hard. But you're just going to have to find, you know, get some probably lean meats into your diet, more lean meats, bigger portions of lean meats, or you know, Greek yogurt, or what else? Eggs, egg whites. What else, guys?
Cottage cheese.
Yeah, cottage cheese.
Everything that's on the meal plan.
Yeah, there's a lot of high protein options on the meal plan.
Yep, that's why it's so high, 50%. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can, and the other point that I really need to make, that we make later on in the boot camp, but I'll tell you guys now, is that this is a temporary meal plan. We don't expect you guys to eat 50% protein for the rest of your lives, but it's a really good jump start to help your body start burning fat, losing weight. Once you get to a point where you start increasing your calories and your carbs, then this much protein is not going to be necessary, and you're going to go to more of like 40-40-20 split, or maybe even 50% carbs. It's going to change. Right now, with everybody starting off, we're going to have you at 50-30-20, but it's not a meal plan you're going to follow forever. All right, what's next, Joey?
Okay, Miss Mallory is asking, what do you mix with Shakeology? Right now I do almond milk and a banana. How will that throw off my calories?
Well, so on the meal plan, I have, I personally just take Shakeology with a scoop of protein and water. If you're adding a banana, it's gonna bring your carbs up more. So that's your serving of fruit for the day. So if you add a banana to your Shakeology, if there's a serving of fruit later on in the day or something higher in carbs, you're just going to have to remove that from your day since you put it in with Shakeology. Good question, though.
She also asked, how do I find the exact calories for the McDonald's chicken salad? I can't figure it out with the extra chicken breast.
It's actually on MyFitnessPal. If you go in MyFitnessPal and search Southwestern chicken salad, I've even got in my MyFitnessPal, there's an option. Somebody's put in all the macros and calories with an extra chicken breast.
And I stole Lance's.
What's that?
I stole yours.
Yeah. The female meal plan does not have an extra chicken breast, though, does it?
You know, I was just looking at that, and the female plan did.
Oh, it did? Oh, cool. Well, good. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. And I didn't think it was in there for we may have to relook at that one because the first one did not have the extra.
Oh, it didn't? It
did not.
All right, let me make notes. I mean, I don't think it's going to throw it off too much, but because I think it added maybe, another 100 calories or so.
Yeah.
What's next?
Okay, do I do the HIIT workout instead of my regular workout, or do both on those days?
No. I mean, it's completely up to you. I'll just leave that up to you guys. Basically what we did for the first boot camp was it was just optional to add on top of the workouts you were already doing. And I think that, and I didn't go over this, I think that it's extremely important for you guys to be doing resistance training 3 days a week, at least 3 days a week while you're doing the boot camp. We made that a requirement in the first boot camp for a lot of reasons, and it proved to be very successful. So for men, women, lift weights. You need to find a program where you're lifting weights 3 days a week. My personal preference, what I made a requirement in the first boot camp was you either do a Beachbody program that has resistance training in it, or you work with a personal trainer. I do not think, just from what I've seen from people working out in gyms and just what I've known over the years, I do not think you can download a free program and get the results that you can with a Beachbody program or working with a personal trainer, because there's a lot of things involved. What muscle groups to work, when to work them, how many reps to do. Are you doing proper form? Are you giving yourself enough time in between sets? Are you giving yourself too much time in between sets? There's just so much involved that I really think you need guidance, and I don't think there's anything better personally than the Beachbody programs. Most of the Beachbody programs are better than probably 80% of the personal trainers I watch train at gyms. So those would be my two options. If you're going to do some weightlifting and resistance training, either get, I think, do they still have 30 days of free access to on demand?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can activate on demand, which is Beachbody's streaming workout. You can stream any of our almost any of our workouts. I think the library is like $2,000 to $3,000 worth of programs. So like P90X, X2, X3, some of the asylums. There's so much on there for you to do. The P90X one-on-one series. You can activate that for 30 days for free and try out a ton of different programs. And then, or if Body Beast is what, $40, something crazy.
Yep, $40 or $10 if you want to buy a challenge pack.
Yeah, if you get, if you combine it with Shakeology, you get it for like $10. So it's crazy. It's a good deal.
It's an amazing deal. Body Beast is an amazing program. It really is.
Yeah.
Mallory is asking another question about, so currently she's at 1620 calories. Am I supposed to drop them down to 1300 when we start?
Well, that depends, Mallory. If you're losing weight and you're seeing results at 1600 calories, then I would stick with 1600. If you're losing that 1 to 3 pounds a week and that's your goal, then I wouldn't lower your calories. Just up your portions. If you've been at 1600 and you're really not seeing the scale move and you're not losing inches, then yeah, I'd go down to 1300 at least for these 4 weeks and see if things start moving.
And on that though, I mean, we did have in the first group, we had a lot of the women that did go down to the 1300 calorie mark just to see how they would do. And a lot of them did great. Some of them did have to up with their calories, but most of them just wanted to try it, see how they would see what kind of results they would get. So.
Yeah, and a lot of them got really good results.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
think, I don't know, some of that may have been too that they just learned how to lower their carbs and get their protein up.
That's very possible too.
Sorry, I keep going like this because I pulled a muscle in my neck. It hurts.
And he wants to flex his arms for the camera.
No, I can, but that's not it. It actually hurts to flex.
Oh, and I see this question all the time. What is the recipe for the lemon green beans?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just green beans with lemon juice, on top. That's it.
Another one. Miss Swati has asked, what recommendations do you have to make the meals more friendly to those who don't eat meat?
Yeah, that's one of the things we just have not had. Well, number one, I don't have a lot of knowledge of vegan diets. We do have some vegan coaches on our team, but we have not you know, we haven't had a chance to get around to doing a meal plan with a vegan diet. And really, you know, the vegan diet is a completely different thing. You know, you're not going to be worried about macros like you are, like the rest of us are. You're just gonna, you know, eat as your body feels like it needs it, and you're just gonna try to get, you know, a lot of those proteins in through vegetables. It's I really just don't know enough about it to help you out if you're a vegan. Not at the moment, we don't. Maybe one of our coaches will, you know, help us write a meal plan for vegans, but we don't have that right now.
I did kind of want to. I kind of threw this at Patty earlier because she's the one who last boot camp she doesn't eat meat, but she went ahead and added meat in this last boot camp, and she had great results. She's going to now try this boot camp, same thing, but without adding the meat.
Oh, cool.
So I would like to, you know, keep an eye on that too.
Yeah, because she lost like 16 pounds, right?
No, it was crazy.
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight.
Okay, so oh, what do you guys do when you have special events? Say weddings. I'll be going to two during the boot camp, where there is food and especially alcohol. Is it a good idea to do an extra workout if you know that there will be a bad day?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we want you to be able to, you know, learn how to live life, and not completely derail yourself. Typically, what happens on a day like that, you know, obviously when you go to the wedding, smaller portions is fine. A lot of vegetables, more lean meats on your plate is fine. If you can do that, I mean, you're going to be limited. They're going to serve you whatever they want to serve you. Obviously, avoid cake if you want, but you know, an extra workout is fine. What's going to happen on those days is your carbs are going to probably be higher than your protein, and you're going to see a little bit of water retention due to the increase in carbs. So you might, you know, if you weigh in a day or two later, your weight might go up 3 pounds. Now that doesn't mean you've put on 3 pounds of fat. It's just your body holding on to a little bit of water. So, you know, if you just have one meal a day that's off, it's gonna set you back a couple days, but by the end of the week you're gonna be fine. The problem with most of us is, you know, before you're starting this boot camp, you're eating bad foods and your body can't process it. You know, you can eat bad foods, but you have to eat them at your body's ability to process it. So if you're eating dead on for 95% of the week and you have one meal where it's bad, like a wedding, it's going to knock you back a couple days, but by the end of the week you'll be right back where you were, and you'll be good to go. And the problem is with most of us, our diets, it's like every night we're eating Oreos or ice cream, or even 3 nights a week we're doing that, and your body just can't process that much crap, and that's why we slowly gain weight over the years. But you know, one wedding here or there is not going to derail you if you're smart about it. You know, you can have bad food. You just have to try to fit it in those calories and macros as close as you can. If you know your carbs are going to be high at the wedding, even if you want to work in, you know, a small piece of cake, then earlier in the day, lower your carbs. Don't eat as many carbs, and then you can fit that in and not suffer as much of a consequence the following days. You can make it work.
Next question. It's a good question. Can you talk a little bit about how much water to drink and how to get it all in?
So I'm not sure what our ladies drink. It should be a lot. I drink about 1 gallon a day. What do you drink, Joey?
I drink about 1 gallon a day. Actually, this question has been posted quite a bit in the 2015 group, and typically what they say is to be drinking half of your body weight in ounces. Plus, if you're working out, you need to have at least another liter. So that's another 4 cups. So it's gonna be close to 1 gallon even for women. So it'll be up there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, probably more than you're used to. The first week maybe you're gonna feel like it's really a lot. You're gonna be peeing a lot, but your body will adjust.
Yep. And
that's with any change in your diet. One thing you guys really need to keep in mind: anytime you make a change in your diet, you almost need to ignore what your body does the first week. It can really mess you up. You need to do it for a couple weeks and let your metabolism adjust to what's happening. Let your body figure out what's going on and make its adjustments, and then see how your body reacts. So if you start this meal plan and the first week you gain 2 pounds, please do not drop your calories even further. Keep them where they are for at least 2 to 3 weeks. You'll be filling in your fitness activity tracker form. If a storm's brewing, we will correct it. But I really don't think, a lot of you are, our test group, like I said, that 200 people average 2 pounds a week weight loss. So I think you guys are going to be just fine. There's really nothing to worry about. And then also what I would add is, I know some people are really anxious about starting this, and there's a lot of anxiety, and I understand that, but don't freak out if you don't have everything perfect week 1. It's okay. You've got the meal plan. Take your time, get it figured out, work through all the ups and downs in week 1, week 2, 3, and 4, you'll be fine.
I do want to add to that. So I did the first week of boot camp. It was horrible. I did not do my meal prep Sunday, and trying to make my lunch during the lunch hour and then eat it. So everybody, please don't do what I did. Actually prep your food on Sunday. Pretty please. Your life will be so much better.
Yeah, I mean, Sundays.
That was so stupid.
Yeah, it's tough if you don't prep your food, and when it's just going through the drive-thru at McDonald's can take you 5 minutes. But if you prep all your food on Sunday, you'll have it fixed for lunch and dinner quicker than you can get through, the drive-thru at McDonald's. It's actually quite a sense of relief too. My wife and I are always like, when we prep our foods on Sunday, it's like, oh man, it's so nice not knowing that we have to cook dinner or run to a restaurant and grab food for the rest of the week. We have everything done because we invested a couple hours on our day off. It's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I already told my spouse that I will be busy on Sunday. Yeah, just the way it is.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. Will you tell us where to measure and when to weigh?
Yeah. So this is when I weigh. You always want to weigh the same time of day. I weigh first thing in the morning. As soon as I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom and then I weigh. I weigh without clothes on. I want to know exactly as light as I can be. I want that number. So that's what I do. That's what I would suggest everybody do. Use the same scale. Don't, weigh it in different places. I think that's, something everyone would know, but I hear so many people go, well, I weighed at my house and then I weighed at work, and don't use different scales. So they'll be off. Use the same scale, weigh the same time of day. Here's my biggest tip about weighing. Your weight is going to fluctuate throughout the week. It's going to be all over the place for a number of reasons. You could just have, a brutal leg workout, and, your quads being one of your biggest muscles. Once you put them under a lot of stress after leg day, a lot of people hold on to water. So, and there could be, you could have just had more sodium the day before and you held on to a little bit more water, a little bit more carbs. Your weight's going to go like this is the bottom line throughout the entire week. So what I found helps me, if you can handle the swings, you can weigh yourself every day. What I look at from, Sunday to Saturday is throughout that whole week, what was my low day throughout that whole week? That's the day I circle on my calendar. That's the weight I go with. Next week, I weigh every day, and then I see what's the low. Did that low number go down from the previous week? If it went down, then I'm making progress. But I just kind of look at the week as a whole, not each single day. And that way I'm not freaking out as to, oh my God, why did I go up 2 pounds? I ate the same thing, same calories yesterday. For some reason I'm up 2 pounds today. It doesn't make any sense. If you do that, you're going to drive yourself crazy. If you can't handle the swings, don't weigh every day. Weigh once a week. Some people can handle the swings, some people can't. So, you know yourself. But for the purposes of the boot camp, if you want to get the most out of the boot camp, at least weigh once a week and send that in with your fitness activity tracker form. That's going to help me and the other coaches be able to identify what's going on with you and let you know if you should up your calories or lower your calories, or keep them the same. And then as far as measurements go, just take measurements where you want. Most people take around their neck, around each arm, around their chest at the nipple line, around their stomach at the belly button, around the widest part of their hips, at their thighs. If you do your thighs, what I do is I take a measuring tape and put it in the middle of my knee, and I go up 7 inches, and then I measure around my thigh at 7 inches up. It can be different, just make sure you're going the same distance up your thigh when you take that measurement. So, because your thigh goes like this. So if you're not measuring the exact same spot, then you're going to be like, oh, I lost 2 inches on my thighs in a week, and you didn't, but you think you did. Or, oh my gosh, I gained 2 inches, just make sure you're measuring the same. And then some people take around their calves, but I don't ever take around my calves.
Because I've never done my calves.
Yeah, some people are really into that. I don't know why. They just kind of are what they are. But
oh, another good question. So where's the coffee on the menu?
That's a good question. You can have coffee. I don't mind coffee. Put that in there. Now, if you're drinking 6 cups a day, you might have a problem. And so, I probably would not advise you having that much. But if you want to have 1 or 2 cups in the morning, that's perfectly fine. There's so many varying studies on coffee showing from it helps your metabolism, it helps you lose weight, to too much causes your adrenals to be damaged and really causes some hormone imbalances and a lot of different things. So
nothing negative about coffee. Bite your tongue.
Yeah, I know. No, I drink coffee. I drink 1 cup every single morning, so I don't have a problem with coffee. But I think a little bit actually helps, my personal opinion. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys.
And be careful with what you put in your coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people are we talk about this all the time in our groups, but a lot of people are really worried about aspartame and artificial sweeteners and all that stuff. And the bottom line is it's all really new. And, I don't think it's right for people to say they shouldn't be worried or because there's some data on it, but it's very little amounts of data. And a lot of that data was performed on rats, and they were given like thousands of times the recommended dosage of aspartame, and they developed, tumors. So with everything in life, my motto is do it in moderation. So do I think having 1 diet soda every 2 weeks is going to cause you to develop cancerous tumors and die? I personally don't. If you're having 8 diet sodas a day, I don't know. It might, So I'm just going to let you guys use your own judgment on that. I personally, one of my favorite things in the world is after leg day on Sunday, going to Chipotle and having a burrito bowl with a Coke Zero. But I only have 1 a week. To me, I'm not worried that 1 Coke Zero a week is going to cause me to get cancer and die. Some people are. If you are, then don't do diet soda. That's perfectly okay.
Okay. Is the menu going to be the same as the last boot camp?
Somebody hasn't looked at their ebook. Yep.
Oh, is there a printer-friendly version of the ebook? So I don't use all my color ink.
Change your settings to black and white.
Yep. Oh, Miss Cindy. Does McDonald's serve an extra chicken breast? Yes, they do.
They do. Yep. That actually brings up a good point. Like, a lot of restaurants, a lot of fast food places will do a lot of things that may not be on the menu. Don't be afraid to ask. When I go to certain places that don't have things on the menu, I'll ask for, whatever the lean meat is, or I might ask for salmon, not drowned in butter, or chicken breast, and then I'll ask for vegetables on the side. So again, I always ask for it not to put butter on it. But a lot of restaurants will make, they'll do a lot for you, and then I just tip my waiter good. But yeah, you can get as many chicken breasts as you want at McDonald's, and I think they add like $1.50 or something. It should charge way more, but they don't. Oh, my neck.
I'm trying to going through the questions here. Your mom asked a question. Can you look at those?
Can I look at the questions?
Yeah, because all it says is, and I can't pronounce it. I don't know what it's trapezius muscle.
Oh.
She just says that with a question mark.
It's an inside joke.
Okay, I'm going, what?
It's I love you, Mom. That's actually pretty funny.
Okay. I'm gonna just say okay.
Yeah.
Swati asked again. So if I find a good vegan substitution, how can I share it with you? Just share it with us. Just share it. Let us all know.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, share it with us, because maybe there's some other people that want more vegan options too, and yeah, that's perfectly fine, man.
Jessica did ask us, do we have an alternative for lactose intolerant people, and how can I work around the fruit, seeing as being a diabetic, the natural sugars causing mine to skyrocket?
Yeah, well, I would say take this to your doctor and ask your doctor, because I'm just not at liberty to give advice if you're a diabetic and you have those kinds of issues. I would talk to your doctor. Just print this out, take it to them, let them know that this is what you're doing. Is it okay with your health conditions? And then your doctor or nutritionist can help you make adjustments to it.
And don't be nervous about doing that. We actually had a couple people do it last time, and yeah. The doctor gave them some suggestions to replace some of the stuff, but the rest of it was perfect. So don't be afraid to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any doctor is going to have a problem with our meal plan. It's all whole foods, and we're not there's a doctor or one of the clinics here in town, one of our hospitals that runs that pure protein crap where they're not working out and they're on, I don't know, 5-10% carbs or something to get them into ketosis. And, it's fine if they reverse diet out of that, which most people just don't make it that far into the program. So they end up ruining their metabolism. Whole nother story. But anyway, our plan's better than most. I think most doctors are going to look at our plan and go, oh yeah, that's great.
Yep. Okay, I think we're just about done with the questions.
Sweet. We're right at an hour, so that's good.
We had Carl answer a lot of the questions already, which was good.
Thank you, Carl.
Coach Cupcake did good. Okay.
All right, guys. So all you've got to do now is go through the meal plan. Let us know if you have any questions about it. Get your grocery shopping done. Sunday will be when most of us do our meal prepping. And then we'll be posting all the HIIT workouts that you get. And those will start on Tuesday. We'll post, hey, we're all doing the Joey or whatever, and see how many rounds you can get. It was a lot of fun in the first boot camp. Everybody had a lot of fun trying to get as many rounds as they can to the HIIT workouts. They will help you burn a lot of extra fat. So it's really, really fun. I heard a couple more beeps. Were those for us?
Your mom said Lance is a very patient man. No, actually, well, where do we get the reporting sheet from? Swati says, I'm assuming that's the fat form.
Oh yeah, so the good question. The fitness activity tracker form will be posted. You'll see it. I'll post it probably. Let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. I'll probably post it on Friday, and then everybody will have Friday and the weekend to fill it out. All your starting numbers. And then it will be posted every week after, every Friday it will be posted. It will be in the file section. If you don't know how to access the file section, go to welcome.tdnation.com and go to step 1. And on step 1 of our orientation site, it shows you how to access the file section. But we'll post it for you every week, and then it'll be in the file section as well. And then every week, some of the questions might change. Anything else?
Just doing one more refresh here. Nope, that's it.
All right, guys. Well, all right. Deep breath. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to be anxious about. We're all here to help you guys. We want nothing more than to see you guys succeed. So we will walk by your side for the next 4 weeks. Do your best. If you prep your meals, you're going to kill it. You guys are going to do awesome. So just look at week 1 recipes and make as many of those as you want for the week on your prep day. And then you'll be set for the week. And do your workouts. Make sure you're getting your workouts in. Like I said, I'm going to post about this again because I didn't say it early enough in the call, and I'm not sure if people are watching an hour into the call. But make sure that you're getting 6 workouts a weekend, and 3 of those are resistance training. Very, very, very important. All right, that's it.
That's it.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. Let us know if you have any questions. And time to kick some butt. Later.